some other ways that retailers can optimize their Yahoo Store SEO?
The first thing and the biggest mistake that I see is that unique content. When I first started out, I went and I copied the same manufacturer's description. So if we remember what we learned, Google wants to show unique results, in that top 10. If 100 other stores have copied what Microsoft wrote on their website for Microsoft Office Professional, who's going to wind up in the top 10?
It's otherwise known as duplicate content.
Absolutely.
That maybe a term you've heard quite a bit is duplicate content. So it's exactly what you're talking about.
And actually the way that Google most times will look at it is they're going to see who's had the site the longest and who had it on their site first. Now that you're writing your own content, focus on who, why, what, when, where, and how. Who's the product for? What does the product do? How do you use it? Where do I use it? Just give details, because you really do want to write for your users. You can't be thinking, I have to do this for the search engines. I have to do it. Write as you would talk to your customers. The search engines love that. It's unique. It's not duplicate. It's good content. And usually your words will flow out.
If you're using dropshipping or even any other kind of product, you always want to get a sample of that product. Not only just to test the process and understand how that product is being sent to your customer, but when you have that product in your hand, there's nothing better than how you describe it to your customer.
And knowing the product is what helped me really to get started, because I had my Microsoft certification. So when people were calling me asking me about Microsoft products and saying, well, can you do this in front page? Oh yeah, you just click new, and I'm a geek, and I can tell them, and they're like, oh, okay, well, I'll buy it from you. Okay. If I couldn't answer those questions, they would have called somebody who could answer those questions. So even if you're selling a toy, well, does it have small pieces that my child would be able to do this, or would this happen, or does it have this on it? If you can't answer those questions, how are you going to sell it? So it's an excellent point of having it and being able to, especially if it's a product you're selling quite a bit of.
So what about white hat techniques? We hear this term a lot about white hat and black hat. Now, how do you want to define white hat and black hat for those of the viewers who are not really familiar with those terms?
So basically, white hat techniques are what they consider. These are the true, honest to goodness, quality SEO techniques that you need. Good, solid content, unique content, really getting the articles out there, pumping it up.
Using the images appropriately.
Yes.
So on and so forth.
Yes. Keyword density is sprinkled with salt, not, I took off the lid and poured. This is white hat technique. And then they have what's considered the opposite side of things. Black hat technique would be, I've joined a link farm and now I've got 30,000 links overnight and Google will never notice. No, that's not what's going to happen. So, you really have to look at this and understand exactly what's white hat, what's black hat, what's considered a gray area. And the best way to understand and the best thing to look at is, would I be doing this if the search engine wasn't involved? So content, like you said, would I be describing this product if the search engine wasn't involved? Of course. I'm giving my customers more information that's going to help me to sell the product. Now, would I be putting white text on the bottom of my page in tiny little letters that nobody could read just to stuff my pages with stuffing keywords and content in there, but I don't want my customers to see it? So that is considered black hat. That's what you really want to ask yourself. Who are you doing things for? Yes, in the background, we know we're trying to get up in the search engines, but focus on your users, really make it for the users. And if it's something where you say, you know what, I'm doing this because it's going to make it easier for my users to find what they're looking for, then that's usually going to get you through the test.
So to kind of remind everybody, we're talking about some additional tips are unique content, not duplicate content.
Right.
And you want to use white hat methods. Don't do black hat methods. And gray can sometimes get a little too gray. So if you're concerned at all about it, stick with what you know is going to work and what you're hearing over and over, and always keep in mind content and relevancy. So where can store owners learn more about SEO?
This one is kind of tricky because when you're doing your research, You have to be very, very careful. Let's take a little step back in time, which will also help people understand relevancy, but it might be a little naughty here, but it really helps to drive the point home. Pamela Anderson several years ago made her first video. We all know. Anyway, back then, the technique was to stuff as many keywords into your meta tag keyword as possible. So everybody started putting Pamela Anderson on their website in their meta tag keyword. So what would happen is the user would click on the link and they go, that's not what I'm looking for. Now, that's not the right thing. Users know, wait a minute, that's not right. That's not what I'm looking for. Search engines have also gotten smarter. Their software's gotten smarter, and they know if you say you've got it, you got to back that up. Everything on that page has to back it up. So when you're researching, be very careful about what you're reading and look at the dates. If you're reading something from 2002, that's not real appropriate to what's going to be very relevant to now, because so much in technology has changed. It used to be, get that link form, get as many links as you can. It doesn't matter, just get me links, get me links, get me links. Now it's, ooh, slow down. We just want some good, solid, relevant links. Yes.
But you bring a great suggestion in looking at the date. And that's where blogs are so great, because you can see the dates on the blogs.
Don't look at the copyright on the bottom, if I can just throw that in real quick, because copyright you can change at the bottom real quick and then it looks like it's up to date. Whereas the blogs are actually putting in the actual date of the blog.
But also look at multiple sites. You know, if there's a lot of sites saying the same thing, that's where you can learn a lot from. Now, what about guidelines? You know, there's the Yahoo Master Guideline for SEO. There's also Google has a guideline. You know, those are also great tools, wouldn't you say, for actually learning a little bit more about SEO and taking the time and learning just one little thing every day will really help your business grow.
Yes. As a matter of fact, I wrote an ebook called Google Webmaster Guidelines Explained, where we go through each and every single thing. And it's like, okay, see this? They're telling you not to do this because this is a trick. This would try to trick the search engines, and really explain in depth what each one means.
Can you actually show us where our members can actually go and look, and your members as well can go find that ebook?
Absolutely. If you click on our Learning Center, this is where we have links to, you know, where you can get the free webinars, join our mentor program, and you can view all of the ebooks by one choice. In here we've got a free Yahoo store class. We're actually doing a series on affiliate marketing, which is like just very, very beginner. You know, if you want to just kind of dabble in and do a couple of links to, all right, now I'm going to start my own affiliate program to increase income. The big two that I would recommend, though, for every person, whether you're a Yahoo store owner or not, would be Relevancy is Queen and Google Webmaster Guidelines. I mean, they're just 25, 30 pages long, but really like shows you step by step a lot of the information.
Well, that's absolutely wonderful. Well, Shauna, thank you so much for taking your time to come down here and give us some great tips on SEO and Yahoo stores. We greatly appreciate your time in teaching others about these very important information. I know we could talk for quite a while, so
absolutely.
We look forward to more sessions.
Well, thank you again for having me here. And, you know, we'd like to just tell everybody, visit Worldwide Brands as well, you know, for the excellent research that you guys do with product sourcing, as well as the education that you provide.
Well, thank you very much. Can't wait till next time.
Sounds good.